Antiques on York in Rockville, Indiana, 100 West York Street, celebrating our 10th year in business.
Okay. Stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sandi, are you ready? Yep.
I'm going to bring my chair over if you don't mind. I won't take long. We're working on the grant to get the community building together. And, Brandy's told us that we want everything out of there, which is not a problem, except that the things that are on the wall are very, like that's historical. The Quilt Club did that each one, and we put these on styrofoam to help the acoustics in the building. This one also is historical about the quilting. You may have grandmothers in their pictures. We don't want to take them down. We want to take them down, paint, clean them up, put them back. And so I'm asking if we can do that. They've got thick styrofoam behind them. So
anything that's on the wall, Sandi, I never said that you guys needed to remove it. Just any of the belongings that are yours that don't belong to the town that you guys want to dispose of or feel what you need to dispose of, feel free to get rid of those.
Okay, I thought you meant all the stuff off the walls.
No.
Okay, because we want to take them down, clean them, and make them nice and put them back. Good, because everybody I talk to is like, we can't do that. So in the process, we've got the one closet straight in, you know, in the kitchen. We found the leaky roof. I don't know if you've heard about it yet. There was so much stuff you couldn't see that it was black mold in there. And then this is right inside the back door. And so the grant doesn't take care of, you know, that kind of thing. But if you can get it fixed, we'll hold back paint and, you know, try to clean it up when we're all done. And also, I'm asking if you would mind putting Wi-Fi in there. It's $42.95 a month. I asked Bloomingdale Tel, and I think everybody that's rents it would be glad to have Wi-Fi, but it would really help us because a lot of things you can't even get a speaker for anymore. They want to do it webinar or Zoom. We couldn't even get Red Cross to come with a speaker. And I'd like you to at least consider Wi-Fi for $42.95 a month. And you want to go ahead with that?
No, go ahead.
Okay, there's also who owns the freezer in there. We needed to know because there's going to be more people eating there soon, and we didn't know if it's going to be big enough or if they need to brought in two, if it's going to be not yours or I don't know who owns it.
I thought Meals on Wheels, whoever does.
They have it locked, so.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it doesn't belong to us, or we don't have access to get in if it does belong to us, do we?
No, I don't have no access to it.
Okay.
There should be a key somewhere.
I've seen that lady that comes in when they were just putting the packages together for pickup. I've seen her get in and get things out of it.
Right, they have a key.
Yeah.
They bring the meals in on Wednesday, and they get them ready, and then they come back Thursday, pick them up, and deliver. But now they want to have people come in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to eat there. And so they were kind of concerned that they didn't have enough freezer space, and the guy delivering didn't know who.
Oh, well, that's their program that would have to address that then.
All right.
I would think that lady that kind of spearheads it maybe would have some information.
Yeah, I've gotten in touch with her in Lafayette.
Yeah.
John Como runs it, does the delivery thing now. Catherine Harkey doesn't do it anymore. And so I think that's it. The curtains, of course, you know, that are in there right inside the door, they're all dry rotted from being in the sun. They'll probably not go back up, but we'll try to get something else up to look nice.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Well, do we need a motion whether we can take this stuff off the walls, or are we just going to say we can do it? Okay. How you guys feel about the Wi-Fi?
I'd like to table that. I'd like to table that.
Well, who's using the freezer there? It's the Meals on Wheels. Who's that all about?
Thrive Area 7, used to be Area 7 for seniors, and I think this region of Indiana is now called Thrive. Well, they
Okay.
contracted out to a company in Lafayette to make the meals.
And that's
They
3 days a
deliver-
week?
Well, they deliver right now just on Wednesday to
But they're-
that freezer.
Okay.
And John Como and his helper comes in, they get them all ready, and then come back Thursday, pick them up and deliver them to people. And now they're wanting to open it up for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for people to
Okay.
come there and eat.
Which is
And,
what they used to do.
Right, and then he might still be delivering to people as, on Thursday.
And that's all through Thrive?
Right.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
oh, he wanted like 10 people because he thought there was not enough freezer space. She wanted as many people as wanted to come, and so I haven't gotten a hold of her again yet about the freezer. And so, I don't know if y'all knew.
I mean, it would be through their program.
Okay.
I think it's just like a staging area.
So just to recap, the leak in the roof, has it been resolved?
Sean's coming.
Okay, we got him on that.
Talk to him.
And then you guys take care of the paint. And the other thing, you just want permission to take stuff off the wall.
Well, we want to take it off, clean it up, put it down, put it
Yeah,
back up
yeah.
there, rearrange, because it's kind of like historical stuff, you
Okay.
know, if we're just
Right.
removing the
So there's really nothing we
filters.
need to, you can make a motion on tonight.
Okay,
We're
well,
at the
that's
table
good,
of Wi-Fi,
everybody's
so.
happy.
Yep.
Do you want to keep any of these pictures, especially the roof picture or not? Or just-
We've already got it addressed, right?
Yeah, Sean's supposed, I talked to Sean, Friday, I think it was, he said he'd be here. I'll call him again in the morning and see what day he's
Okay,
coming.
once it's dried out and we can clean it up, then, you know, let it dry completely, then we can paint it. And finish taking the stuff out. We took a lot of things to cores already, so it's mostly cleaned out, so
Nice.
no questions for me?
Nope, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll come back and we have more to report about the project.
Okay, thank you very much. Brandy?
Okay, I only have two quick things. I'll have claims in the amount of $48,538.90. And the second one is for $411,275.81.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Can I ask a
Second.
question first? Yeah, one thing, we had two different amounts in here, Brandy, it was for wastewater material and supplies, same amount. There's two different postings for $4,035.75, same account.
And I don't have the claims with me, so
I wonder,
I'll double
that
check
phosphate,
them
I bet it's phosphate.
to make sure.
We treat,
Yeah,
yeah, I can't, that's probably what it is. Do we get 3 totes or 6 totes at a time, or do you?
I'm not exactly sure.
Water Solutions?
Well, I guess what struck me odd, we had the same amount twice, when it could have just, of course, it could have been billed in 2 different invoices.
Yeah, I'll double check it to make sure.
Yeah, see what that was.
Before things are ready.
Bill, your fuel was $1,210. That's below budget, that's nice. Yeah, I just saw we had the one truck we traded, paid for that. Haven't paid for any other equipment yet.
Not yet.
All right, I'm done.
Shall I rescind my motion and make one that after she checks on it, then we'll approve it?
All right. I also see we paid for Wolfcom. Got our cameras paid up.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was there a second on Lydia's
I
motion?
second,
Okay. All in favor?
And then I just have our meeting minutes for appointments on January 3rd for approval.
I make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is that it, Brandy? Okay. Bill, you ready?
So Assistant Chief Redmond and myself just went to breathalyzer school. Next week, Assistant Chief Redmond goes to the firearms instructor school so that we'll be able to do firearms qualifications and training through the department, not have to go outside of the department. And then the week after that, Sergeant Martin will attend a public information officer course. So that way he's diverse in everything we need to know about what we can and can't say when we're doing a news release. I presented an award to Michelle Fauner for Civilian Service Award and Samaritan Award to Josh Milborn today. Dedicated the street signs, they're up, thanks to Doug and his crew. I think it was Tuesday. I met with the Methodist Church, did an assessment on their church, let them know where I seen some things that could be corrected so that if they had an active shooter or some kind of incident like that, that they would be better aware of that. And then the properties, I sent you guys an email, and so there's 11 pending. 2 of those are dog tickets, one's a water pit, the other 8 are properties. We've had 7 judgments, 2 were released due to the owner's address issue. We do have one that we've got a judgment on that I believe has not paid anything, but there is a judgment out for $2,500. There's one for a fire for $100, trash and dog for $200, another $100 for another dog, and a car was impounded. There are 10 properties that are unknown, and I will have to get with Nick and figure out why those aren't in the court system. I don't know if there's an issue with, I don't know if Nick's not filed it, or if it's the e-ticket there's a problem, but I'll have to get with him and find out why that's not where it should be. There were 59 of those that were dismissed. Not all of those, I think, as you could see in that memo, were ones that were, the property was up to where it should be, but because of winter, you can't paint and do a lot of things like that. So rather than keep going back to court and saying, yeah, nothing happened because of the weather, we just dismissed those. And I talked to those people and told them that come May, I would be inspecting those again. They weren't off the hook. They needed to continue as soon as it started to warm up. But those people had already started working on their property. So it's my hope that they'll continue with the good work they've already started.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
So where will you be doing your training once you become certified in-house to do firearm instruction?
We will be doing probably the majority of it at the FOP range in Montezuma.
Okay, yeah.
We may end up doing stuff elsewhere too, like Top Guns or maybe even at the academy at some point. But
Okay.
Thanks, Bill.
thank you.
Doug?
All right, well, the guys have been pretty busy. Water department's been working on vacuum valves out, get ready for the water project for when the DEP comes in, and we can get to them in return. They located the sewer line for DES, so we know about where it's at over by the cell barn. We backed that up, got that located for them.
We're talking about the Oprah project, that water.
Yeah, so we've been kind of get ahead of the game there for when they show up for valves.
So just to clarify, last meeting we had regarding that, there was a change of plan, and we're gonna go on the north side of 4036 and cut across back over, and I believe someone's talked to the owner there, and, or maybe not, but I think you went to the courthouse and,
Yeah, we found, we
Look
got
at
the
the-
easement through there.
we do have an easement.
Yes, and we talked to, I did go ahead and visit with Andy. He understands we'll be going through there. If we need anything signed, he's willing to sign whatever.
oh, great.
So he's good. The only thing, I talked to John about it. He'd already met with John too. Only thing I did ask John while he's there, I guess somebody screwed up the ditch in front of Dormeyer. It don't drain right. So John said while he was there, he'll clean that one end out. So and it's part of our drains too going
Yeah.
through there. So John's going to kind of correct that for him while he's there.
That's
So
Boyer.
have we heard any word on that, how that's,
I have not heard nothing else since our last meeting, other than just getting, Andy to know where I should go through there. And like I said, he'll sign whatever we need.
I imagine the cold weather kind of put a damper on it for
Yeah, I don't think
a week
any
or
of the
two.
crews will be in this week, is my understanding.
Okay.
So, they just won't be able to get equipment started and fight with that for hours before they get started. So, probably won't see any movement this week.
okay. All righty, well, thanks, Doug. Is that it?
But, yeah, well, I was going to tell you some other stuff.
Oh,
if you're-
no,
Oh, no,
go ahead.
let's hear it.
So, well, electric guys that got the trees behind the wastewater treatment plant. so we don't have no fear of them falling, taking over. They haven't got the line cut out because they had to wait on some parts. They're here now, so they're going to get that line removed, so that's done. They've got their services in on Market Street, three-phasing behind Barber Gang, and they put a new pole in secondary service on Harris Street, along with wastewater plant's been working on, or wastewater guys have been cleaning the lines, vacuum lines, and jetting it. So we're staying on top of all that, and the lagoon is just about done. The guy's been out there cutting brush, getting ready for the spring, so once it starts sprouting, we can just spray and go. And Scott Sheets, I put him in charge with the ADA. He is going through a 16-part ADA webinar. He's
Okay.
completed one. He's already started going out, correcting some of the intersections that didn't quite jive. So
That's a certification, correct?
I'm sure it'll be, he gets like some kind of certificate for completing it.
Yeah.
But then he'll be
Good.
going out, correcting them, checking all of them. The ones that we've added, that's not been added, we'll know they're there. We'll have it all on the sheets and everything. So he is going through that. Like I said, especially being cold and everything, so it's a good time for him to do that. So he is doing that. So that's all I got, other than we did have a street light hit
Where at?
last night across from Chevy Garage. We've talked to the person that's...
So we know who.
Yeah, they contacted me this morning to let me know, because I've already been called over to look at it, and
Do we have it picked up?
it didn't fall over, it's
Oh, it
just
didn't, just
leaning.
bent?
So
Okay.
hopefully we can straighten it somehow, or figure out tomorrow what's bent, and get it straightened back up soon, or hopefully not have to replace it all. But they have insurance, so they said whenever we find out what we have to do, they will file with their insurance and get it taken care of, so.
They slide?
Do what?
Did they slide?
No, they were cleaning out the car wash.
Oh, it was a snow
It was a
truck.
snow removal company.
Yeah.
So they did contact me this morning, so that's all. We'll be installing hopefully the clock in the next week or two. Get that done along with, we're gonna start cutting trees, and then, remember months ago we ordered alley signs for the alleys. We got locates and they're gonna start doing that, getting them installed in. And then the only request I have is our certification for CPR and first aid is expired. So I'd like to look into getting our guys back certified as CPR and first aid. I believe Josh's Sorrell's wife done it last time. So I'll touch base with him and see if she can.
Sounds good.
Certified again. So other than that, that's all I got. Does you have any questions on anything?
Did you guys do any plowing?
Very little, very little. Went
Too
lost,
cold.
we kept trying to salt and sand, but it's so cold.
yeah.
We did come in Sunday with a crew and tried to clean up the square before today, so people, it's just so cold, it's not really breaking up.
No.
Good job.
Thank you.
Brandy, are you ready for our project updates?
Yeah, just to kind of run down on a few things. Process, just to keep in mind. Potentially we'll have a few bidders on it. That bid opening will be January 26th at 4:01. That's on a Friday evening. And we will award that project once it's reviewed in the engineer's recommendation on our February 5th meeting, I believe that is. South Market, engineer close the road. They were going to try to keep things open since they weren't going to be working during the cold temperatures, but unfortunately, they weren't able to do some repairs to make it safe and passable, so it is closed even though they aren't working. So no real update on our water inventory. Our parking lot patronicity grant ends February 28th. To date, we've raised $8,075 of the $12,500 needed to make our match for the parking lot. So we're still working on it, still promoting and receiving any donations on that. Our Okra drinking water grant, we had that meeting with BNT Drainage and the engineer, so BNT has the approval to begin work, so we'll start seeing some activity on that. Strawberry Lift Station construction's complete, and the gas line this week, maybe?
Gas line show this week, yeah, and I believe the heater.
Okay, and the heater from Grace.
The heater from AC
Oh,
Electric.
AC.
They were going to try to do it Saturday, but I had Mike Pettis check it out. He said they didn't show up, which is understandable. So
I'm thinking the compactor.
yeah, the compactor should be all, yeah.
Okay. I think I commented last time on the stormwater, awarded to Collins, and I do have an agreement signed an approval for them to begin work on the stormwater project for Beetle Street. And then our Community Crossings 24-1 application for Stark, that will be completed by January 31st. So as of right now, I think we're just gonna focus on getting Stark Street taken care of, and then we'll move forward.
So who's gonna do our estimating on that?
Probably Case.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the event that they can't, we have another company that could give us one too, so
Okay.
we'll make sure we get that taken care of. That's all I have on projects, unless you have any
No,
more
I think
to
we're-
add.
Good.
All right, thank you. Nobody from UMax here? Okay, old business Park?
Oh, I'm struggling here, trying to think of something. I think, all the questions I have are answered, to know.
Good. Any new business?
New business.
Well, I listed the certificate of appointments for redevelopment, so I would like to present those.
Oh, yeah.
Redevelopment held their meeting on January 9th, it looks like, for our appointments for Dave and Clark both, so if we can just get these signed. It looks like on their certificate of appointment, they only allot 3 signatures, but if you guys want to squeeze your name, well, I guess the other
Yeah.
3, that's all we need, sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking, doing everybody. So if we can just, we already did our motion, but if I can just get it documented, since we're doing a certificate of appointment for both of those, please.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I did get my bond signed for you.
Oh, perfect, thank you. Yeah, so all of those are done, and then Carla will get those to me, so I'll get them recorded, and then I'll get you guys a copy that way to those. I'll fill in the top.
Do what?
I'll fill in the top with the rest of
Okay.
your name and the council.
I don't know if I'll have another one of those for partnership or not, but
Okay. That's the only 2 things that I have for that.
So I guess under old business, we can jump back a minute. I think I sent out, I don't know when it was. What is today, Monday? Late last week, working on that sweeper ready 2.0 thing. Yeah, I'll probably try to get some information, throwing some information on cost of repairs. You guys did the engine for about $8,000 a few years ago, and you mentioned you had some. Did you read that most recent one I sent out? I don't know. I sent it. No, I'll probably send it to Brandy. Not you.
A lot of times she'll send the things on down if I need it.
Yeah, where are we? 15, so we just have 15 days to get that ready to go in. We also have our east side of Square we're working on, according to Structure Point, Ken at Structure Point. I sent them a copy of all the requirements for Rady 2.0, and he said they would take care of all the submittal requirements that they does, the way I understood, which I thought was amazing. He said there might be some questions, so there may be some fast and furious questions here in the next few days, seeing how the 19th is, what, Friday?
Yeah.
So yeah, we have to go for it. It's interesting. I was looking at that thing. I think David had a question sometime recently about the. We're doing brick from 36, that whole west side, and they're putting down 9 inches of rock, 2 different sizes, or 9 inches of rock, and it's 8.5 inches of concrete. Then a brick goes on top of that. So that's one reason. I was kind of amazed at the estimate for the east side, and now I kind of understand why it's so expensive for that one block. I mean, it's a lot of material going under there. So yeah, I guess that's got a lot to do to get those things submitted in the next couple of weeks.
yeah, I just wanted to get that out there that we are doing brick on the west side. We'll do it on the east side if we get that project. So. But
Yeah.
had some folks was checking, so just wanted to make sure they know now.
For the bricks at the town hall, if they want it, we still have the sample up there.
Yes.
Yep.
If they might like to see it, they can actually see what it's going to look like.
So, well, anything else, Park?
Park board meets Thursday.
Park board meets Thursday.
Everybody say 6.
Any public comment?
I make a motion to adjourn.
So,
All in favor?